Question 4. A teacher has created a spreadsheet to help him to arrange a trip for pupils. Part of the spreadsheet is shown below. So if we look at it, you've got number of pupils, cost of bus, entrance fee, insurance, total cost, income and profit and loss. Fairly straightforward. State the data in cell D3. So if we go across to D and down to 3, we can see the data held in D3 is 50. Give the least number of pupils who need to go on the trip to avoid making a loss. Now, this is a fairly straightforward question as long as you understand that, first of all, you can identify where the spreadsheet holds information about profit or loss. So if you go across, you're obviously going to come to the column called profit/loss. Now it's asking us which of the following, give the least number of pupils who need to go on the trip to avoid making a loss. If we move down this, the first one that comes to 0, so therefore it is avoiding making a loss, is 15. So the least number of pupils who need to go on the trip to avoid making a loss is going to be 15. Question C. Which of the following formulas could be used to give the total cell in E3? First of all, let's look at cell E3. You can see it's the total cost. Now if we look at the previous columns, number of pupils isn't going to be involved in the cost. It is going to be the cost of the bus plus the entrance fee plus the insurance. So we're looking for B3 plus C3 plus D3. Now if we look at the answers that they've given us, you can see straight away that answer A is correct. Also, you would get a mark for given answer B because it does the same thing. It gives you the sum of B3 to D3, which would return the same result. It's actually for the formula, so I would be inclined to use the top one, but you would also get the mark for answer B. Answer C is the sum of B3 minus D3, which is obviously not going to give us the total cost. It is going to be the sum of the cost of the bus, take away the insurance, which is going to give us 700, which is not going to give us the correct answer, and the average of B3 to D3 is also not going to give us the correct answer. So we're looking to add B3 plus C3 plus D3 together. We can do it via either A or B. Give a suitable formula for working out the profit/loss in cell G4. So let's straight away go to G4. Now, how do we work out the profit and loss? To work out the profit and loss, you get the income and you take away the total cost. Okay? If you're not sure of that, if you look at the table, you can very easily work out how this profit and loss is being. If you put your mind to it, you can work out how the profit and loss is being worked out for each of these ones, as it gives you the correct answer here. So what you need to do now is to work out what they're actually doing and to create the formula, or write in the formula that will be used to work that out. So the first thing that we're going to have is equals. We're dealing with G4, so it's going to be equals F4 take away E4, which would give you the marks for that question. Give two specific advantages of using a spreadsheet to work out the profit/loss. For this question, it is asking you in general terms what are the advantages of using a spreadsheet, and also mentioning about profit and loss. So the main advantage is, on a spreadsheet, if we change any of the data, the calculations are done automatically, so it will update any figures which are reliant upon any changes we make in the spreadsheet. Another advantage of using the spreadsheet is that we can very easily then create a graph out of the different figures on our spreadsheet, so we can very easily turn our spreadsheet figures into a graph. They would be the main advantages that I would use to answer question E. Again, another very common question based around queries which comes up every year. A customer wants to know if there are any grey saloon cars in stock. Complete the table below to show how the garage can obtain this information from the database. So it's asking us In this box, it wants us to write in the field name, and in this one, it wants us to write in exactly what we need to search for in order to find them. So we're looking for grey saloon cars. So if we go up to the first one, is going to be colour. So the field is going to be colour. So we would write colour in here equals to grey, Grey. You must make sure you spell the field names and the search criteria exactly as it is in the database, otherwise you will not be awarded the mark. Saloon cars. If we go to type field, we can see that holds that information, and we're looking for saloon. So we go to field name is going to be type, and search criteria is going to be saloon, SALOON. In this type of question, one place that you might go wrong is if they ask you to find the fuel and the diesel. The diesel or petrol cars. If they did ask you about that, you would have to type in the search criteria D or P. If you typed in diesel or petrol, you would not give the marks, because that would not return any results. You need to search that database for fuel equals to D or P. Sometimes they do that to try and trick you, but this time they haven't. So your field name for the first one is colour equals to grey, and field name for your second part is type equals to saloon.